Hi guys, and welcome to Beauty Cakes, where we talk about all things beauty and curls. And for today's video, I am going to actually be doing a review on some of all the crap that I bought. Some of all the crap that I got, that made sense. Some of the stuff that I bought. So I did go ahead and I purchased a bunch of sponges. I kind of wanted to try to see which was the best one. And I also see a lot of beauty gurus talking about the Morphe sponges. So I know that you guys know that my favorite sponge in the entire world, the one that I'm always praising and talking about, is the Real Techniques Miracle Sponge. I love this thing. I think it does the exact same thing as the Beauty Blender does. I've used the Beauty Blender. I don't have anything against it, only the price. So this retails for $4.99 most places. I think I've seen it the most $5.99. I've never seen them that much, and they usually have package deals. Get them for a decent price. So this is my baby. This is my life. And then of course I have tried the original Beauty Blender. To me, they're all the same. I don't care that you change the color. There is no difference between this one and the pink one. Okay, they're the same to me. They feel the same. The Beauty Blender, it's the original, it's the best. Everyone's trying to mimic it, So I have it. I have the black one. I got it in one of those JCPenney by Sephora kits. So that was awesome. And then I also tried out 4 new sponges, and it took me a little while because I had to use them for a week or 2 each. Okay, guys, I really have to test this stuff. I'm not going to give you an opinion that's BS without me testing it. I don't care if I'm 5 years later. I feel like I have hair in my face. And I'm in my dining room area because my room's a big mess right now, and I have clothes everywhere, switching the clothes and stuff. So that's why we're in the dining area. So, of course, I don't have a problem with this one. The price is the only thing that gets me. When you can get this one for the same price, I feel like they're the same texture. I feel like they apply my makeup the same way. I don't usually go out and purchase this one. If I get it in a kit, sometimes my husband buys it for me, that's fine. But I won't necessarily go out and purchase it. This one I have purchased over and over and over. I probably won't stop repurchasing it. It's my favorite sponge. I don't have any complaints about it. I love this sponge. So I tried 4 other sponges. I tried 2 of the Morphe sponges. And then I also tried an Eco Tools sponge, which is this one. And then I tried the new Real Techniques limited edition diamond sponge. So I'm just going to go in random order. I've already told you guys about the Beauty Blender and this one, so we're not going to go ahead and talk too much about that one. So next we will let's talk about the other Real Techniques one. I like this sponge. If it was part of their full collection, not limited edition, would I repurchase it over and over again like I do the other one? No, I don't. I feel like it's beautiful, and I love using it. It's a really pretty sponge, and it does a good job. It works better than some of these other sponges. It's not as soft as the original Beauty Blender or the original Real Techniques Beauty Blender. But it's a nice sponge. I do feel like it does a good job of getting in certain areas because of this pointed edge. I feel like you could do more without mixing so much together because it has, different sections. These areas are really nice too. It's a nice sponge. It's $9.99. It's limited edition. I think it's pretty. It's really pretty. If anything, I probably bought it because it's pretty. And it came in those packs. Again, if it was part of the regular collection, would I buy it again? Probably not. I don't even know if I'll use it because I have it, but it's not my number one sponge. It's a good sponge. It's not my number one sponge. And this one, I believe, retails for $9.99. I will leave all the names and all the prices of the sponges in the description box below. So if we're rating this 1 out of 10, with 1 being the lowest, 10 being, that's too big of a scale. 1 to 5, with 1 being the lowest and 5 being the best thing ever. This is going to be a 4. a 4. This one I'm going to rate a 4. Because it's good. It's good. Like, it's a good sponge. But it's just more pretty than it is, like, useful. And I'm going to go ahead and rate these things on not only the way that they apply to my face, but the way that they clean. Like, you know, cleaning, getting all the product out of them. And their, like, bounciness. This bounciness, it's like, it's just not the same as the Beauty Blender. Like, you see? I don't know if you guys can, like, tell, but this one's just more stiff than this one's just really bouncy. Woo! And then cleaning it was okay. Like, it wasn't, these two are, like, easier to clean. Although the Beauty Blender, I feel like, holds more product, which is kind of gross because it looks clean. And then, like, it's still, like, you can still see foundation coming out of it. I'm kind of disgusted by it, but... And then this one, it did an okay job of getting clean. Like, I mean, I don't think it, like, looks that bad. I just cleaned all of these, but it doesn't have as many stains as some of the other ones may have. So then next, I guess we'll talk about this Morphe one. So this is supposed to be the foundation sponge. I hate this thing. I suffered the week that I used it. I hated it so bad. Like, this is like if you tried to make a brush a sponge. I don't know if that makes any sense. But it literally, like, smeared the foundation on my face. Like, it wasn't like, you know, you pat it on like a regular sponge, like, bounces it on. Like, you feel like you get that even layer. No, this was like... And it was like no matter what foundation I used. Rather, you know, it was my Urban Decay full coverage foundation. Rather, it was my NARS foundation. Rather, it was my Milani foundation. Rather, it was, you know, my Rimmel London foundation. It like just smeared it everywhere. It was gross. I didn't like it. I will say, though, because I feel like it didn't really, like, soak up any of the product. It, like, smeared. It was probably the easiest to clean. Like, it's, like, really, I, like, rubbed it against the soap and then squeezed it a few times, and there was no more foundation coming out of it. But this had a lot of red come out of it. Like, the color was coming out of it. Like, a lot. Like, I'm surprised it didn't leave red on this napkin that I have them drying on. It came out a lot. I probably won't use this again. No. Not unless it's, like, maybe to, like, put powder on my face. Because it is good for that. But I will never buy this again. This is not going to beat the other ones. This one, I believe, retailed for $6.99 or $7.99. But I didn't like it. I don't know if you're into that. If you like smearing foundation all over your face, go for it. But I won't. I don't like it. I don't like it at all. Next, we'll talk about the other Morphe one. Oh, I guess let me rate this one. If I'm going to rate this one 1 to 5... 2. Because it's not the worst ever, but there's, like, so much more better than it. Don't worry, guys. I have one that's a 0. Next, the second Morphe sponge. I actually like this one a lot. This is a very good comparison to this one. This one's a little bit more stiffer. You probably won't notice the difference. But I like it a lot. This is supposed to be their, like, what was it called? I think you're supposed to use this one for, like, highlight and contour. No. This is what you use for foundation. This is, like, good for, like, evenly distributing it. The shape of, like, this, you know, gets good in here and stuff. I like this a lot. Like, I even feel like it's good for, like, putting on those, like, matte and heavy foundations. Like, it didn't just smear into it or anything. This was good. The cleaning was average, you know, like I didn't have to, it, like, you know, cleaned pretty fast. Stuff came out. It's not really stained as that bad. This one, surprisingly, did not have all that red stuff come out like this one did. I don't know. Like, even the material of them it's not like just the shape. The material of them is just, like, off. Like, this, I don't know. This feels more like it has, like, a coat on top of it. I don't know, like, I like this one. This is a good sponge. Will I buy it over my Real Techniques sponge? No, because this was costs more. Will I buy it over this one? Yes, because it's nearly the same thing. It is a really good sponge. And I believe that this one is the one that all the beauty gurus use. I don't think I've seen anyone use that, and that's probably why. But this one, it's a really good sponge. So, again, 1 to 4. I'm going to give it a 5. Because it is comparable. Like, I would use it compared to the Beauty Blender. Like, it does compare to it. Now, will I buy it over this one? No, I won't, because this one's cheaper. But it's a good sponge. It's a really good sponge. I do recommend it. Now, the final sponge. The final sponge. I really wanted this one to work because it is by one of my favorite brands, which is Eco Tools. I wanted it to work so bad, and because I had tried this one, I figured it would be similar because the shapes are the same. This was the worst sponge I have ever tried in my life. Yes, it's bouncing. But it feels like a literal like dishwashing sponge. And I remember like I washed it in between using it, and it holds the smell of the soap. Like, I don't know what it is, but it holds it so strongly. And like the other ones don't do that. Yeah, like I mean, it smells like soap, but not like this one. It was like, I'm gonna get all the smell of the soap. It just, the texture of it is gross. It's just, this is disgusting. Don't waste your money. That's a 0. I'm not using that. I will rip that apart. My cat can have that one. I don't want it. That was a horrible sponge. I don't recommend it. If you like stuff like that on your face, sorry, not sorry. No. I know. If you're my friend, don't buy that sponge. It was gross. I don't like it. I hated it. I know they have other sponges. Maybe I should try another one. I love their brushes. Love their brushes. But that sponge was disgusting. I hated it. It's comparable to my dishwashing sponge that I'm looking at right there. That's what it feels like. No. That's a 0. So if I had to rate them in order, obviously, I just don't know how to get past these. Like, these just, to me, let's just take this one out. Because this one is obviously, it's the number 1. You know, it's the original. It's what everyone is trying to copy. So I will put this one first because of the price. This one second because it is compatible. This one third because it's cute. And it works. This one right here. And we're not even going to pull up the other one because it's not even worth mentioning. That's how bad it was. But yeah. So that is how I feel about these sponges. If you guys know of any other sponges that you want me to try, if you guys had a different experience with any of these sponges, go ahead and let me know in the comments below. Of course, these are just my opinions, my recommendations. If you feel different, hey, it is what it is. But that is it for today's video. Don't forget to give this video a thumbs up. Don't forget to, of course, comment and subscribe to my channel if you are not already. And also go ahead and, I don't know where I was going with this, but follow my social media. I'm not active on Twitter, but I am active on Instagram. And that is it for today, guys.